I'm Ross, this is My Wellness Dojo, and if you're like me and you're active or you just happen to have tight muscles, you probably know that when you stretch, it's those little tweaks, those little extra adds that can make the difference between having an injury, having a tight muscle or not, and feeling really great. So we're going to look at some very granular tweaks and some very exceptional stretches that are going to help you with your entire body, especially your low back. So today we're going to look at 4 of the best stretches you are not doing. Now with some extra, very small but significant twists and tweaks, we're going to look at the 4 best stretches you are not doing right now. So stretch number 1, all of us have probably done this before, but you start on your back. You're going to take one leg. For this version, we'll stretch it out. You can also keep that knee bent, either way really, but for this version, let's stretch it out. You get a really good stretch here. I'm lying here, great, but even better, to add in the rest of your upper body. So you're going to take that opposite side palm, my right hand, reaching away from my right leg, I'm going to thrust that palm away. I'm going to lay my fingertips here, look towards my right hand, and thrust that palm away. And I'm reaching away with this leg. So I'm activating and actively stretching. I can start feeling it in my elbows, can help with tennis elbow, any kind of forearm or tricep, bicep issue. I'm really opening up, and I'm opening up the chest as well as the low back. So a little other version, you can see here. This leg comes up, I stretch away, I take this hand, lay it on the floor. And here, take this hand, lay it on the floor, and I reach this hand away. So I'd be here, look this way, and reach away with that leg. The left leg, reaching away from that left palm. Breathing in as I exhale, I take that stretch a little deeper this way, reach this leg a little deeper further as well. Stretch number 2 that you're probably not doing yet, but you should. We're going to go ahead and lay these palms down, and keep in mind, you can have your palms generally about shoulder width. I prefer it a little wider than shoulder width, and I also may put it at an angle depending on how my shoulders feel. This is going to be low back and upper back. So for those of you who have neck issues and shoulder issues, and you're looking to stretch through your shoulders, we're going to do that. But there's a couple very specific ways to do this, not just get down there and haul off. So put those hands down here. I'm going to go ahead and sit towards my heels, but I'm going to glue my hands down, and I'm also going to, with my hands, almost press the floor as I reach the rest of my anatomy away. And if you can, at the same time, squeeze those shoulder blades down and away. You'll feel a big stretch. So I'm going to glue those palms down. I'm going to reach my body away. I'm going to press down and try to depress or shrug my shoulders away from my hands to increase the stretch as I sit back. You can also kind of crawl your fingers up the mat to give yourself an extended stretch as I breathe in. Exhale, crawl those fingers up a little, and then you feel a deeper stretch as you're pressing the floor away with your palms and reaching your butt away at the same time. And if you can, try to squeeze those shoulders down towards your butt as well, what we call scapular depression. That's something we're going to look at in a different video. I have a video all about foam rolling behind your scapula as well. Definitely check that one out. Number 3, awesome stretches with a tweak. You're probably all used to sitting in a straddle. You may go down here. You may grab for your toes. Wonderful, fabulous. But what we want to do here is stretch your outer leg, your IT bands, your outer hips. Awesome. We're going to go for the outer part of the leg with a bit of a twist. So this is a couple levels to it. So we'll go ahead and take that one leg. We'll come back into more of a runner's position here, runner's stretch. And I'm actually going to keep this leg straight, and I'm going to turn out away from my midline. I'm going to turn away from the stretch essentially here from my leg. While this is straight, I'm actually going to roll up on my side. So now this part of my leg is on the outer part. The outer part of my leg is on the floor. And I'm going to turn my head the other way while applying some pressure. So the leg is still straight, so it's going to be a pretty strict and a tight movement. I'm going to turn and just let my weight do the work. I'm on both elbows, and I feel a huge stretch in that outer leg, my upper back. If you want, you can even start turning away. Depending on the angle is going to depend on how it works for you. Some people may just go from here and then at a 45-degree angle to the leg, come down the middle. That's also really good. I prefer to let gravity do the work. I'm going to come on the outer part of my leg, come on my elbows, just let it do the work. Every exhale, of course, you can take it a little deeper, bring your chest a little closer to the ground, but I love it for that move alone. Works amazing on the low back and the outer leg. And now we come to 4. This is a little more advanced. If you have a serious back injury, don't bring your knees too far apart. So I'm going to bring them, I'm assuming, about shoulder length. So from here, about as wide as the mat, shoulder width, I'm going to come down in, what would be kind of a 4-point stance. I'm going to keep this palm under my shoulder. I'm going to take this hand, kind of like thread the needle, but again, a little more advanced. You're going to thread the needle. You're going to rest your shoulder and your head on the ground. Of course, you're pain-free. And you're going to take this hand, touch the hip, and again, just like some other of my videos, these stretches, I'm going to turn my chest away. So I'm going to breathe here, make my knees a little wider here. I'm going to turn my chest as if I'm trying to look at the ceiling, opening up with this arm. So really what I'm feeling is a deep, deep stretch on my left leg as I turn away from my midline. So I'm turning here. See it from a different angle. So those were 4 stretches you are probably not doing, or at least to that degree. I hope those really help you out. Please share this with anyone you think that you might be helped with this. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell for all my new videos coming out every Monday. This has been My Wellness Dojo. I am your Wellness Ninja. Thank you for watching.